welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi The Leo, and today we are doing another pick a card. And today's pick a card is about your next relationship. What is to come for you in love next? What will your next romance be like? So instead of crystals, I have 4 cards for you to choose from. So I have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Coins, and the Ace of Cups. So what I want you guys to do is meditate, or do whatever you need to do to get in the zone and see which card here you are drawn to, which one jumps out at you the most. The timestamps, as usual, are going to be in the comment section and in the description box below. So once you've chosen your card, pick your timestamp and I will see you at your reading. Hey pal number 1, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be looking at your next relationship. So you guys said that you preferred it when I shuffled on camera, so I'm going to be shuffling again. I don't know whether it's these cards or whether it's because I'm shuffling on camera, but the messages are coming through a lot stronger. So it's maybe because I'm tapping into your energy, because I guess you're all watching me. Well, I mean, you are all watching me at the time that I do this, just energetically, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be tapping into your energy and seeing what your next relationship is going to be like, and we'll kind of look into it and see what your person of interest is going to look like, be like, and what the energy between you two is going to be. So Spirit, please can you tap me into the higher selves of pile number 1? What is their next relationship going to be like, pile number 1? What is the next relationship going to be like? Spirit, what is pile number 1's next relationship going to be like? Straight away I saw the number 4. So I don't know whether they're highlighting April or 4 months from when you watch this, but I keep being shown the number 4. And we also have the Hermit here as well. The Hermit just dropped out. I feel like you have been single for some time, to be honest with you. I feel like you guys have really been working on yourself, and I'm hearing undoing karmic patterns. So I don't know whether it's been actually, I'm hearing maybe for the past 4 years you've been in some sort of karmic loop. Either 3 or 4 years you've been in a karmic loop where you've dealt with a lot of emotionally unavailable people, or people that may have hurt you, but that was all happening for you to learn discernment. And I feel like they're showing me a rose, like they're showing me a rose coming out of the concrete. It's like you've gone through a lot of painful experiences in regards to your heart, but it's like you've transmuted that and you've kind of grown like a rose, like the rose coming out of the concrete. And I feel like you've been on some sort of enlightenment journey, or some sort of spiritual journey, or just healing, even if you guys aren't that spiritual, you guys may have been just going to counseling, therapy, rewiring your brain. You really noticed karmic patterns and been releasing them. You know what I mean? This is somebody, Spirit is showing me this is somebody that's been doing the work and is still doing the work. You know what I mean? You are very you're learning about your own toxic traits as well. That's what I'm hearing. You've been learning about your own toxic traits and where they came from, and childhood and releasing. Like, that's what I'm hearing here. Pile number 1, they're showing me like a lone wolf. So I don't know whether you guys have been a lone wolf for some time, or whether they're using that imagery just to show me that, like, you've liked spending time by yourself. It's been a while since you've been in a relationship. Pile number 1, what is the next relationship going to be like? Judgment. I felt like this. You've been on some sort of journey inward. You've been on a journey inward, and I really do feel your next relationship's actually a soulmate. I feel like for a while you've been dealing with karmic partners. You've been dealing with people that have hurt you. Now it's our time for a soulmate. You know what I mean? Now it's time. I feel like this is long awaited. And I feel like your spirit team are kind of guiding you down this path to this person. Even if you're like, well, I've heard people say like somebody's coming in and they haven't yet. Sometimes when we are manifesting, sometimes when we are drawing something in, the energy on the outside may be happening, but we don't see it with our concrete 3D eyes yet. You know what I mean? We don't see that yet, but there's, without knowing it, there's people you know, there's pathways being basically caved for you in a way, and I see that happening for you right now when you're kind of walking. They're showing me a female, you can be male or female, but they're just using a female to show. They're showing like a female walking down a path, but she has a blindfold over her eyes, but her third eye is fully awakened. So it's like you're intuitively following a path that leads you to this person, but you're not aware of it. Like you can't see anything yet. You're probably even listening to me now and being like, well, I don't see that happening. You know, I've been alone for some time. I don't see that happening. But I feel like what's guiding you to this person is the intuitive choices that you're making. That's actually what I'm hearing. And Spirit's really ushering around you and helping you meet this person. And it was never a point of going out and looking for this person. It was never a point of doing any concrete action to get to this person. It was a point of going within and ascending to a point where you're in right alignment with this person. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been looking within, you've been ascending, you've been going on, you know, some spiritual ascensions, you've been raising your energy, releasing karmic patterns, like you've been walking the path of enlightenment. Or even if you don't feel like you have been, you've been going within and releasing wounds, healing wounds. You know, this is somebody that's been doing the work, and Spirit see that with judgment. You know what I mean? Spirit see that. Pile number 1, what is their next relationship going to be like? What's their next relationship going to be like? Okay, we have Justice and we have the King of Coins. I feel like the next relationship with the person that you're going to be in, I feel like this person's going to be quite well off financially, or their finances are going to be in check. You're not going to have to worry about that. I feel like for some of you guys in your past, you've dealt with people that weren't necessarily like able to take care of you, or like they just weren't, not in that way, I mean like they kind of fed off you in a way. Like that's the energy that I'm kind of being shown. They fed off you. They didn't, you know, supply you with much, but they took from you. Like for some of you guys, I'm feeling that, or they just never had the means to do that. They had this energy that they were just trying to latch on to something. Like that's how I'm being shown. But this person is going to want to take care of you. This person is going to want to, I feel like this person's going to be, they're going to be in the material world in the sense that they do like the finer things, but it's not in like a negative way where it rules their mind. It's a very balanced energy. It's like I feel like they will be connected to Spirit in some way, but not the way that you are, because I feel like you are. But they're going to be very business minded, practical minded, and they are going to like some of the finer things like that. They are going to like that. But I feel like this person seems like a business person. This person seems like somebody that, it feels entrepreneurship energy. I just saw the word entrepreneur, so I do feel that. And we have Justice there, so this person may work in law. Like I don't know, this person may work in law or something like that. I just shared criminal injustice. I don't know why I just shared that, criminal injustice. That just popped through. But I just shared law, like something like that. This is something where somebody wears a suit, like I don't know, that's what I'm picking up. But either way, like I just see this person having like a business beneath them. Whenever Spirit's showing me somebody where they have a business beneath them, they show me them sitting on some sort of pyramid of like money and like people working below them. I'm not saying the people are below them, but you know what I mean. Like it means that they don't have to get their hands dirty and do the dirty work, because they're, you know, maneuvering all the finances and whatnot while people do that work. That's how it feels in a way. This person's very like stable and grounded. I'm picking up Taurus, heavy Taurus energy. And I did get just shown Cancer, so they may be like a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising, because sometimes when we think of like business people, sometimes we can think of it as quite cold, but I feel like this person has a very loving heart. They fight for what's right. They may have a lot of Libra in their chart, a lot of 7th house placements, because I feel like they're very for people, and you know, they're not very cold. Sometimes when I think of businessman, I think of like that guy from 50 Shades. He's quite cold and stern, but this person isn't coming through like that. They come through very warm and quite intuitive, to be honest with you, like quite intuitive. Spirit, what's this relationship gonna be like? Can you show me what this relationship's gonna be like? Okay, we have the Chariot. Spirit, what's this relationship gonna be like with pile number 1? What is pile number 1's next relationship going to be like? It's going to be very balanced, Spirit is saying, and I don't feel like you're really used to it. We have the Ace of Swords. I don't feel like you're really used to it because I feel like you've never had people that have balanced you out. You've just had people that have taken from you. And I feel like you're both going to balance each other out and help each other in different ways. I feel like you're more empathic, you're more intuitive, you're more kind of like gone with the wind type of energy. And I feel like that helps this person come out of their comfort zone. And I feel like for you, I feel like, I don't know whether this person's going to fund some sort of business for you or like help you build a business or give you tips in regards to what they know to help you build a business of your own. But there's like a really good equal like give and take here. You can give each other a lot of your inner riches to each other and it helps to build something between you two. And I feel like this person's going to bring in a lot of clarity for you, and I feel like this person's going to, it's almost like this person is helping you lay foundations and you're helping them ascend spiritually. Does that make sense? I feel like you're more connected with spirit and more connected to the feminine side. So you're where you need to be like spiritually, but I feel like you're either working on putting something out there physical, or you find it quite hard to stay grounded and move through the physical world because you're so used to living in your higher chakras. Whereas this person is more practical. They're used to living in the 3D, they're used to living in the material world, they're used to living in their lower chakras, and they are going to, I feel like you're going to help them ascend, you're going to help them connect to spirit, you're going to help them open their mind, which will be enriching for them, because I feel like anyone that has any sort of business, you need some sort of open mind and creativity, and I feel like you bring that. So there's almost, I don't know whether you guys are going to work together or you're just going to enrich each other with what you know and have. I'm being shown two very, very strong and balanced people filling up each other's cup. It's like an equal give and take. I'm surprised Temperance hasn't popped. Popped out because it's this equal give and take. I'm also being taken to fresh fruit, so I don't know whether this person's going to eat healthy or you eat healthy, but I feel like when you get together there's like a lot of I see you guys taking care of your body. You may meet this person in the gym or something like that. I see that this person is really big on their health and looking after their health, or you are, and I feel like you're going to share and swap that with each other. That's what I'm picking up here. Something about fruits. I don't know why I'm being taken there. I don't know why. For one or two of you, that's going to resonate. Spirit is saying that will resonate with some of you, but they're taking me to fruits. Spirit, what's this next relationship going to be like for pile number 1? Can you show me what this relationship's going to be like for pile number 1? What is this relationship going to be like? They're saying it's a secret necessarily on how you'll meet because divine timing's at play. We have the Fool here. I do feel that some of you guys right now, you may be going through a little bit of depression, or you may be feeling a little bit low. And the reason that you're feeling that, you may be having anxiety in regards to your heart chakra. The reason that you're feeling that is because you're pouring out energy, you're releasing energy, you're letting go, because you've done so much inner work. Now it's like coming out of the surface, and it's coming out of your heart chakra to be released once and for all. So if you are feeling very stagnant right now, if you're feeling like you haven't got a lot of energy, if you're feeling very down, it's because you're finally releasing these energies, and once these energies are out, you're not going to have to deal with them again. And the reason that these are coming out is to make way in your heart chakra for this soulmate connection. And I really do feel that this person's going to come in once these waters have settled, and Spirit's kind of saying hang in there, you know what I mean? If you guys are feeling quite low or lost or stuck, this is the reason. I feel like I'm being taken to the heart chakra and some sort of anxiety. So if you guys are feeling a lot of work going on in your heart chakra, I get this a lot. I'm actually going through it kind of right now, where I know when I'm releasing from my heart chakra because I can literally feel it, you know, I can feel it in my heart. I maybe get, you know, I'll get like emotional and I'll just feel it for days, this intensity in regards to my heart, and then it just goes and I feel really light, and it's because I was releasing. And I feel like once that's over, there's a doorway open for this person to come in, but you were going through this clear out, and I just feel like you'll know what I'm talking about because you've been doing the inner work, and now it's being released. Those murky waters are being released, you know what I mean? It's almost like Spirit's putting a filter within your inner world to kind of get rid of any negative energies that were holding you back. And it's not a case of like, oh wow, a soulmate's coming. It's like, I feel like a lot's coming for you. I know this is your next relationship, but I feel like there's a lot coming for you. When this person comes in and this relationship begins, I am hearing it may be like friends first, or it may just be like a very slow burner, but in that meantime there's going to be new friends coming into your life, and either a new job or a raise in your job, or money coming through, or your side hustle may turn into your main hustle. But it seems like there's a lot of busyness up ahead because you've cleared a lot of roads, because you've cleared a lot of karma. That's what I'm being told. Pile number one's next relationship, Spirit, what can you tell me about pile number one's Nine of Coins? Yes, basically this is the Nine of Pentacles. So you guys, this next relationship, there's a lot of abundance coming in for you anyway, and I feel like you guys have been manifesting somebody that was on your level for some time, because I see that you see the world a lot differently to what others do, and I feel like you've been manifesting this person in for some time, and it's like other manifestations would come in, but this love interest would never come in, and you'd be like, why can't I have this, why can't I have this? But it was because you had to heal these wounds first, and that's what you've been doing. This person, I feel like your prayers were answered. Spirit is saying your prayers were answered, but it was never a case of a matter of when, you know, months, weeks, whatever. It was a matter of divine timing, when you would release that, when you would let go of that. That's when this person would show up. So just know that it wasn't a case of something was being held from you. You chose, when you come into this lifetime, to work through certain wounds, and work through certain pains, to release, to become stronger on your own, so that you can vibrate at that point where this soulmate comes in. And this is what's happening for you guys. And I'm hearing this person you have had many lifetimes with, you've had a lot of lifetimes with, and I feel like you do incarnate with this person quite often, but I feel like you both decided that you had to work to get to a certain point on your own for your own soul's growth before you met each other. And once you did that healing, once you worked through that, then you would meet this person. And now you're moving into a timeline, because it's all about timelines and what we're going through in this particular phase. You are now moving on to a timeline where this person comes in because you did the work, pile number one. This person's gonna fall onto your lap, like, I'm hearing the Ariana Grande song Just Like Magic, like it's literally just gonna drop. This person's going to fall into your lap very quickly, but it's almost like you're in disbelief when it comes in. That's why I feel like it's a slow burner. You're in disbelief. When this person comes in, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. But it's like it's like a gradual falling in love. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you're going to spend a lot of time together. And it's funny because they're saying it's going to be like friends, but it's always more than friends once you've met. Like, I just feel like you're saying you're friends, but you're falling in love. You're going on dates. You're spending time together. I see a lot of like nature. I see you talking about a lot. I see you finding a lot of synchronicities in your life that match theirs. There's going to be a lot of synchronicities around this relationship. For example, like you may be wearing like a particular crystal, you see them wearing the particular crystal, you went to one school growing up and their sibling went to that school, or like there's going to be like a lot of synchronicities like that where you would have been weft together but you never met. You know what I mean? There's like, oh, I did this, I was in college at this time, oh my god, so was I, like I did this, oh my god, so did I. Like there's a lot of synchronicities here of the two of you where you almost met but didn't, and that's divine timing at play. You know what I mean? And this is someone you don't know. This isn't anyone from the past in regards to an ex. This is not somebody that I feel like you've put to bed a lot of your connections from the past, to be honest with you. But this isn't anybody from your past. This is somebody brand new. I feel like they live in the same town as you or near you. You just have never met them before. And I think that's going to be kind of like a funny thing in this situation, like how on earth did we never meet before? Like, because I feel like sometimes you feel so lonely because people don't see your wavelength, but this person does. So it's even funnier. It's like, how did we never meet? You were just around the corner. You know what I mean? There's a feeling like that. Pile number one. What's this relationship gonna be like? Okay, we have contemplation. I feel like when you do meet this person, you're going to be in such disbelief because you've been trying to manifest them in. You're going to be asking yourself a lot, like, is this my soulmate? I see you asking Spirit, is this my soulmate? Is this my soulmate? Like, I just, I'm picking up that energy, like you're gonna be a little bit in disbelief, even when you're like falling in love. It's like, really, is this, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna like them a lot, you're gonna be so drawn to them, but it's like, oh my god, like this manifestation's actually coming true. You know what I mean? You know when you think of like singers and they wanted to be big for so long, and then all of a sudden it blows up and they're in like disbelief because they're actually like famous now. That's the kind of thing. It's like you've wanted this for so long, you've done all the inner work, you kind of gave up hope at some point, and then it comes in and you're like, oh my god, is this really it? Like, oh my god, it's almost like, I'm not gonna say there's fear there, but it's just like, there's a feeling, I feel a bit shy. Like, that's how I feel when I'm tapping into this energy. There's a bit of shyness. You've been on your own for some time. It's almost like you've forgotten how to flirt, or you forgot how it goes. It's like, oh my god, show me the ropes. I can't even remember how you do this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm picking up. For some of you, you may not have had like a full-blown relationship before, so you really are learning the ropes here, and you're learning to trust your inner self. Pile 1, what's this relationship gonna be like? Discernment, yeah, oh my god, because you've been hurt in the past as well, there is this energy of like, is this the right one? Am I making a mistake? Like, Spirit's calling you to trust. Spirit's calling you to trust yourself, because there's going to be a lot of discernment, and it's natural that you're going to have this discernment because you have been hurt before. So it's like, this is such a true connection. I can feel it. You know, I don't want this to not be it. I would literally have my heart broken, but it's like learning to be vulnerable and learning to be open is what leads us to that. And you know, I was saying I was hearing Ariana Grande just like magic. The back of the deck is the magic card. So I really do feel like there's just this like not intensity in the sense of like, you know, like karmic relationships, sometimes they can be really intense and not very fun. Well, not very fun, but like just, it's very trauma based. It's not an intensity like that. It's a homey feeling, but it's like you can't deny the feeling. Like, I feel like your heart chakra, you're gonna feel this really big gush of warmth in your heart chakra when you're around this person. But there's such a you're going to be questioning, like, do I know you? I swear I've seen you before. Like, there's just this knowing that you have seen them somewhere before. But on top of that, there is discernment. But I feel like that's the point of, you know, every relationship that we get into, it's not like this easy, oh, let's get into a relationship, oh my god, we're going to ride off into the sunset. Like, obviously we have to work through things. And I feel like what you're working through is learning to trust and let go of discernment for this connection. Pile number 1, what's going on? Pile number 1, what's going on in this relationship? How is this relationship going to be? What's going on in the relationship? How is it going to be? How is this relationship going to be? What's the dynamic, Spirit? What's going on? What's this person like? Oh, we have Mercury. Okay, we have Mercury. Let me pull one more. Pile number 1, what's the dynamic of this relationship? What's the dynamic? What's the dynamic? This is going to be a really healing connection for the two of you. I feel like your person, we have Aries as well. I feel like your person has been hurt in the past. You see the scales, 2 lots of scales. This is going to be a very balanced connection. I feel like your person's been hurt a lot. And I feel like you have too, and it's like you haven't, either you or them, or maybe both of you, you've never had like a full loving connection before. There's always been a catch to it. And I feel like you're kind of, this relationship is healing, because it's like, yes, there are people with a heart like mine out there. There are people that can love as deep as I can out there. You know what I mean? That's the energy that's coming through here. Like, that's what I'm picking up from you two. It's like you're healing each other, that ability to love each other, that ability to have this stable, balanced connection. It's healing, you know what I mean? You're really healing each other. And with Mercury, I feel like you're going to actually text a lot, or you're going to be in contact a lot when you first get to know each other. Spirit are giving me a very much like, they're giving me it in snippets, because they want a lot of this to be spontaneous for you, and they want this to be somewhat of a secret too, so it doesn't jeopardize anything. But like, I do feel that you are going to text a lot. You may meet online or talk to each other online or find each other online or something like that, but there's going to be a lot of texting, a lot of DMs, a lot of Snapchats, a lot of phone calls. There's a lot of communication. I feel like you're going to, I'm hearing like you two are going to be the type of people that will talk into the night and just have so much to talk about, and then like the sun's coming up and you didn't even realize that it's been a whole night because you were just lost in thought. Like, I feel like you guys think a lot. You guys have a big daydream like mind, you know what I mean? And I feel like you have a lot of an imagination, but you don't speak it out because it's like no one would get it, whereas I feel like this person gets it, and I feel like you're able to bounce off each other and have these long conversations, and I'm seeing it happening in like text form, calling, FaceTime, things like that. And this is like a really fruitful connection, a really, really fruitful connection. I'm being shown number 4. This may come out to play in like April, like this may manifest in the April, or again like 4 months from now, but we do have Aries here, so this person may actually be an Aries. That may be why I'm being shown the number 4, but there's something to do with the spring, to be honest with you. They are taking me to the spring because they're showing, I said at the beginning of the reading, I was seeing a rose come from the concrete. I'm seeing flowers blooming, so it could be springtime. Pile number 1, what's this relationship gonna be like? Pile number 1, what's this relationship gonna be like? Oh, that just dropped on the floor and I didn't even realize it. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I said that. There's divine timing at play here. It's a matter of energy. It's not a matter of, words, and it's not a matter of, oh, this person's coming in 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. It's a matter of energy. You know what I mean? And I may be seeing spring because it's like spring in your life. I feel like right now you may be going through a bit of a winter, but spring comes after winter. Sometimes like when you go through another spiritual ascension and everything's all upside down, and then all of a sudden the calm happens and it's like this new way of thinking and everything's beautiful again. When you go through those ascensions, that's how I'm feeling. Like that's how they're making me feel. It's that spring feeling of finding your feet after a big awakening, a big ascension. Like that's what I'm being made to feel like. You're literally shifting timelines. That's what I'm being shown. Pile number 1. Okay. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. You may meet this person in regards to your career, or this person may be a fan of your work. Something to do with work, or to be honest with you, I feel like they're very work dominated, but I'm hearing so are you, but yours is more arty and creative or something like that. I just see you both being very focused on your work when you meet each other. And it's like you've both been focusing on your art or your creative goals or your work or your side hustles when you meet each other. And I think that's why it's a slow burner. And that's how it's coming in, because your mind's off love and it's on something else. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection here. Yeah. Definitely feeling it. I'm just being shown 2 souls that have been together in multiple lifetimes. And now they're just linking up again, you know what I mean? And sharing the love. Like that's what and you've been through so much, it's almost like your souls are catching up with each other. That's how they're making me feel. I feel all giddy for some reason. I don't get like this often. So honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Yeah, you're going to spend a lot of time together. It's almost like the honeymoon period just doesn't let up. It's just continuous, you know what I mean? Because this isn't a connection of lust. This isn't a connection of 5 minutes and then it's over. This isn't a connection of let me fill a void. This is a connection of love. And when you have a connection based on the heart, there's no such thing as a honeymoon ending, because you never got together for the honeymoon period anyway. It's not about lust, you know what I mean? It's about true soul love, and that's why you guys are gonna last. This is a relationship that's gonna last, you know what I mean? And I have gone into this connection like looking like, okay, is the next relationship gonna be a karmic one? Is it, I've been looking into that, but this is soulmatey. This is, you've done the work. Pile 1. Pile number 1, can you show me any physical traits? Remember, when I use these cards, guys, this is a general reading, so literally take what resonates with these cards, because it's impossible for every one of these to fit every single person. So just if it resonates, hold it, and if it doesn't, let it fly away. Pile number 1, what is their soulmate gonna look like? There's a lot of fun times ahead, pile number 1, especially with this person. Oh wow, okay, past life connection, I said this. Like there's a strong resonance of having a life together before this one. And gifts, I said that. I love when the cards correlate with what I said. Gifts, this person is going to give you a lot of gifts. They're very generous with their money. Lorna, yes, I feel like you two have been alone for some time. I feel like you've really been working on yourself. family orientated. I do feel like this person, I don't feel like they have a huge family, but I feel like they have a close relationship with either a mother or a sibling, or a grandmother. I'm actually being taken to actually a grandmother. I was going to say father, but it was like, no, grandmother. We then have talkative. I feel like you guys are going to be, I feel like you naturally, like, you're a little bit more reserved. You'll only talk when it's something that will really pique your interest. And I feel like this person's going to bring you out of your shell in that way. I feel like you two are going to talk a lot. I feel like this person's also going to really help with your confidence. I feel like sometimes you struggle with self-confidence, and this person's really going to bring you out of your shell and make you feel a lot more confident within yourself. You know what I mean? And we have long hair, so this person may have long hair. Take it as it resonates. Pile number one. Travel. I feel like this person's going to be well traveled. That's actually what I'm picking up here. I don't know whether you guys may meet them traveling, but it's more so coming from this person like they will be well traveled, or they would have traveled. Something to do with that. Or you may end up traveling in the future together. We have blue eyes. Blue eyes. I feel like this person has bushy eyebrows. I just got shown somebody with bushy eyebrows. Intelligent. Yeah, I feel like this person's very intelligent, very business minded. They know how to make money. They keep showing me Taurus, which is the second house, you know what I mean? So that makes sense. We have passionate. This person's going to be very passionate about you, and they're passionate about you in the sense that, like, you know, like Kanye West with when he went on stage and told Taylor Swift that Beyonce's music video was bad or whatever he said. That type of loyalty this person's going to show you. This person's going to, like, show you off. Like, you know those photos of Kanye and he stands behind, I know they're broken up now, but you know what I mean. You know when Kanye stands behind Kim and he just kind of, like, shows it off. Like, that's how this person's feeling, like, making me feel about you. They're going to be very showy offy. I've never heard that in my life, but they're going to be like that with you. They're really going to admire you as well, workaholic. Yeah, you're both going to be very into your work. This person's going to be a mad joker as well, Spirit is saying. Like, this person makes a lot of jokes, cracks a lot of jokes. It's like, you may be, like, mad at them, and then, like, instead of, like, do you know, to make the situation lighter, it's like they'll crack a joke, or they'll try and be sarcastic to try and, like, wind you up, or, like, lift the air a little bit. Pile one. Friends first. Yeah, I did say that, but like I said, you know, some of you guys may be friends first, but I feel like, yes, you'll be friends first, but there's still flirting. You know what I mean? There's still a bit of, you know, it's undeniable, the energy between the two of you is what I'm trying to say. In the back of the deck we have short. So I don't know whether you guys are really tiny, because whenever I see short, I know sometimes people panic because it's like they want someone taller or they want someone short or whatever. But whenever I get the short card or tall card, I always see it as like one person being significantly shorter than the other. So you guys may be a lot smaller than this person, or vice versa, you know what I mean? So take that as it resonates. But I do feel like this is a connection for life. This does not feel like a connection that is going to simmer out, because this is a hearty connection and you've really worked on yourself to get there. And that's what I'm picking up from this relationship. So that is all I have for you guys, pile number one. I hope that you enjoyed. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pile number two, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be taking a look at your next relationship, and what your next relationship is going to be like, and basically anything the spirit want to tell us about it. I'm not trying to like stay on, you know, a particular like structured, okay, how are you going to meet, blah blah blah. I feel like I've done a lot of videos like that, but I want to just like see what spirit have to say to me about your next relationship. So we're just going to take what spirit gives us today. So pile number two, spirit, can you tap me into the collective or the higher selves of pile number two, and can you show me what their next relationship is going to be like? Spirit, please, can you tap me in to pile number two and show me what their next relationship is going to be like? Okay, we have strength. Okay, this is going to be a very prominent relationship for you guys, to be honest with you. I really do feel there's something big being gained here, whether it's in the connection or whether you two souls are coming together on some sort of mission, like fulfilling out a mission here on earth together. You guys both may be light workers, or you guys may just be like humanitarians. I just feel like there's a really significant reason why you are meeting, to be honest with you. Your next relationship, there's a lot of, I'm not saying lessons in the form of a karmic lessons, because this isn't coming through karmic like that. It isn't coming through as anything negative. I just feel like you're really going to grow within this connection. This connection is going to be, you're going to ascend together, you're going to grow together. There's a lot that's going to happen within this connection, not in a negative way, but there's just like a lot of growth and a lot of, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're not going to be the same person, you know what I mean, going through this relationship as you were at the beginning. It's like who you are is always changing, but so is this person. It's like you're ascending together in some sort of way. Pile number 2, what is their next relationship going to be like? Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. I feel like when this person comes in, I feel like you may have a few offers, you may have a few offers from other people, but I feel like this person's going to stand out above the rest. But it's almost like they're hidden in a way. We have the King of Wands here with the Moon, so it's like this person's almost hidden from you in a way. It's like they're around you, but it's like you're not aware that they're any significance in regards to a soulmate yet. You know what I mean? It's like they may even be, Spirit is saying they may even be around you right now, you're just not aware, or they're already in your energy field, you just haven't met them yet. They're lingering. There's a lingering feeling going on here. Not that they're stalking you in any way, nothing creepy like that, but there's just this energy. There's a lot of I feel like you're not going to be aware that they're your soulmate straight away. Something needs to be done first. I don't know whether you'll work together. I don't know whether you're still healing from something when they come in, but I feel like this person very much sees you before you see them, and I feel like this person's been manifesting you more than you've been manifesting them, because I feel like, I don't know whether you're just not focused too much on relationships right now. You're very much more focused on like self-work, self-care, something to do with fitness, or like a job or something like that you're working really hard at, or a side hustle, like entrepreneurship, something creative, a project that you may be focusing on. So you're focused on that while this person's focused on you. I'm seeing a group of people, so you may meet this person within a group. You may meet this person in a friend group, because they're showing me the 11th house. This person could be a friend first or a friend of a friend, and you're going to be introduced, but you're not going to see them in any way as a soulmate. I feel like you're going to have a lot on your plate. You may be seeing other people, or just be dating around, or you may just be talking to other people. It's like your mind isn't on them, because it's like you're waiting for divine timing to kind of release that for you to see that this person is your soulmate. But I'm being shown an engagement ring, so I do feel like you guys may get engaged, may end up married. This may be your person. I do feel like this is your person. I'm seeing sandy blonde hair, but I'm also being shown sand. So either this person has like a dirty blonde, sandy blonde hair, or this person lives by a beach, or you live by a beach, or you meet on a beach. Something to do with a beach and sand. For some reason I'm being shown sand in a bottle, so I don't know whether it's someone's, this may be significant for one or two of you. They, you know, I'm being shown like a bottle where someone's collected sand and put it in a bottle, or gone somewhere like, you know, I don't know, the Sahara Desert or something like that, put sand in a bottle and brought it home. Just, there's something to do with sand. I don't know why I'm being taken there, so take that. And they're singing me Sex on the Beach. That's what they're singing me, that song. I don't know why they're singing. I think that's just a little joke. So I feel like some of you might meet them on a beach. That actually correlates to one of my soulmate videos. I saw a soulmate video what people would meet on a beach. Somebody would meet on a beach. So pile number 2, pile number 2, pile number 2. What is this relationship gonna be like? Can you show me what this relationship is gonna be like? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups. This is a new connection. This is a new connection. It's a new romantic connection. So you may even be friends with this person right now. This person's going to be very funny. I feel like this person's going to be quite lighthearted. This person's going to like to make you smile. They're really going to like your smile. They're going to like your laugh. I feel like they're really going to... they feel quite silly. They feel quite silly. They feel quite... they don't care about making a fool of themselves if it's making you happy. That's how it feels to me. They have a lot to offer you as well. Like this connection, I feel like a lot of people in your past, they didn't really have much to offer you. And I know like love isn't about what you can offer somebody, but I feel like you're quite a giver anyway. So I feel like it was maybe a bit imbalanced in the past, but I feel like this person has a lot to offer you. There's a lot of love. I actually feel this person may be a Leo. That actually correlates with the Strength card, to be honest with you, and the Sun on the Ace of Cups. I do feel like this person is a Leo. They're definitely a fire sign, it feels. I do feel like they'll have tattoos, to be honest with you. I'm being shown like a necklace with either like a stone, a pendant, or maybe a crystal on it as well. You know them piercings, are they called scaffolding piercings? They're like bars in the ears at the top. I think they're called, that's how I call them, scaffolding piercings. I don't know what other people call them, but somebody might have that. I just shared septum as well. Take all this as it resonates, guys. I'm just getting a flood of messages coming in. Pile number 2, what's this relationship gonna be like? This person's gonna like to romance you and woo you. We have the Chariot card here. This person's gonna, the fact that we have the Moon and then the Chariot, this person may have prominent Cancer in their chart. They're gonna be very romantic. They're gonna like to woo you. This is the type of person to give like candlelit dinners and things like that. Like that's just the type of person that they are. Very romantic, to be honest with you. I don't know why I just shared poetry, so I don't know whether they'll be into poetry or you'll be into poetry. I feel like there's a lot of eye contact when you meet. Like there's just an energy of like, I don't know whether you don't like eye contact very much or you're more shy, but I feel like this person like has a very lingering eye contact that you just see they're like focused on you or looking at you a lot when you meet. Because like I said, there's something to do with a group of people. I feel like this person's going to look at you and admire you a lot, and there's like a bit of awkward eye contact, it feels, when you first meet. There's something like that. There's someone wearing a ring. They're showing me a ring again, but this isn't like an engagement ring. It's like I don't know whether it's like a crystal ring or like something gold. So I don't know whether that's prominent. I'm just, maybe they'll wear a ring and that's how you know that they're your soulmate. You know what I mean? There's just a ring, like a gold ring being worn. They could be showing me a wedding band for in the future, but I'm just being shown a gold ring. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Pile number 2, oh goodness. And we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, I feel like this person is a little bit rebellious. We have the 8 of Cups as well. Let me put this here. I feel like this person is a little bit rebellious, to be honest with you. Like that's what I'm picking up. I really do feel like how can I explain this person's energy? There's just this energy of someone that they don't like to be confined. They like to do things their own way. They may be an entrepreneur. They may work for themselves. They're very adventurous, extremely adventurous, to be honest with you. I feel like they've been in a lot of relationships that restricted them a lot in the past. That's what I'm picking up with you. This is a very free connection. I feel like this person's going to help you get out of your head. I feel like sometimes you guys get caught in your head. You guys have a very erratic mind. You may be Gemini moons or Virgo moons or something like that. You have a very like erratic mind, and I feel like sometimes that can lead to pessimism if you're not balancing it properly. But this person comes in as a breath of fresh air and has you live in a moment a little bit more, so it balances that out. And I feel like there's a lot of joy to come from this connection, to be honest with you. Okay, pile number 2, what's this connection going to be like? Pile number 2, what's this connection going to be like? Oh my god, guys, this person definitely has Cancer in them somewhere, because we have Luna, the Chariot, which, you know, correlates to Cancer. We have the Moon. Yeah, this person has prominent Cancer. I feel like they're connected to their divine feminine. They may be close to, you know, members of their family that are female. I feel like they know how to treat you. You know what I mean? They know how to treat you. I really do feel like This person's going to want to have children with you. This person's going to want to have a family with you. They are quite family orientated, to be honest with you. I feel like they're going to look at you and you're going to be like the partner that they always wanted. Like, that's the type that I'm feeling. I feel like they're going to see you as wifey or husband material, somebody that they want to build with, somebody that they want to bring home to their parents. That's what they see in you, you know what I mean? I feel like they've dealt with people in the past that were quite narcissistic, or people that kind of held them back or told them what to do. And I feel like, you know, they recognize you, they recognize your soul, they recognize your heart. That's what I'm picking up here. Pile number 2, what is this relationship gonna be like? Okay, we have a Gemini. This person's very action orientated, because I do feel like, even though I'm seeing a strong Cancer, I feel like that is surrounded by a lot of fire. I feel like this person's a doer. I feel like this person may, you know, sometimes you see people and they tell you what you want to hear, but then they don't deliver it. I feel like this person is very romantic with you, but it's like from the offset, it's like they show you how they feel, like action based. I feel like when you meet them, you may be a little bit discerning of them, because they're going to be quite playful, because they're going to be quite funny, they may be a bit of a flirt, and you're like, I don't think that this is the type of person that I want to be in a relationship with. But this person, they show their love through acts. They show their love through like good deeds and things like that. So it's like, as you get closer, they're, you know, buying you gifts, or they're like you know, picking you up when you're finishing something late, or they're bringing you food, like bringing you a Starbucks, bringing you breakfast in bed. Like, they're very romantic in like doing. They'll take you on holiday, they'll do these things. That's how they show their love, through action based things. And I feel like that's gonna, at the beginning, you're like, this person isn't really telling me that they like me, or this person isn't really saying anything like that, but it's like they show it to you, you know what I mean? That's how you know that they're for you, because they show it to you. They I feel like they're really outdoorsy too, because I'm being taken to like a forest. I feel like you'll do a lot of outdoorsy things. I just got shown an image, you know, like in Twilight, where the werewolves are like playing on the cliff and they jump into the water for fun. Like, I feel like this person may do stuff like that. Like, I feel like you're not like that, because I feel like you think a lot, and I feel like this person brings you out to have you act more than, you know, be in your mental state a lot. But I feel like this is a really good balance, to be honest with you. But this person's definitely either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They're definite like doers, you know what I mean? I feel like they do go to the gym as well. I'm being shown somebody that goes to the gym, female or male. I just see them working out and looking after their body, because they have a lot of energy. They may be a Gemini sun, or have Gemini prominent in their chart too, but I just feel like they're going to be very like, they have so much energy to burn, especially with all that fire that I am seeing through them. So Aries, Leo, Sag, they have so much fire and energy to burn. It's like they burn it off through like workouts and being outdoorsy, you know what I mean? A lot of the time when we have, especially like Aries, they have a lot of energy. They tend to have, when you have a lot of Aries prominent in your chart, or if you're an Aries rising, you tend to have a very toned body naturally, because it's just that energy of you're burning things off. You're burning energy off, and that like naturally tones your body up. So that's what I'm seeing from them, to be honest with you. They eat very well too. I feel a lot of them do, but they like food. There's this energy that they eat very well, but they like food. But it's because they burn it off, it's okay. I definitely feel like they're going to wine and dine you though. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Pile number 2. What's their next relationship going to be like? Yeah, we have breaking free. Always, I'm not going to say on to the next, because I feel like some of you may take it in the way of like, oh, they're going to be on to someone else after me. No, not at all. I mean it like they're always, I feel like in school, they were quite rebellious. It's the sense of like, if you tell me to do this, I'm going to do the opposite. Like a bit Aquarius-y there. Like it's, there's a rebellion. I feel like they work for themselves, or they freelance, or they They don't like to do what the norm would want them to do. You know what I mean? They may travel, they may do these things because it's like anything that goes off the beaten track they want to do. They're always looking for ways to expand and picking it up. This person's waiting for you as well. Like I said, they're manifesting you more than you're manifesting them. And I really do feel like they're really envisioning you and visualizing you to come in. And I feel like the reason that they're going to know that you're theirs, because we have the King of Wands, that's how they're going to see you. When they see you, I feel like they're going to be like, oh my god, this is the person that I was dreaming of. This is the person that I wanted. Like, this is the person I've been manifesting. They may have had a dream where you show up as well. With the King of Wands, do you see the fire along his head? Like I was saying, there's this fire coming through. Definite fire signs. And the back of this deck, we have positivity. This person's a light. This person's a bright light. This person makes a lot of people happy. And I just mean like their friends, their community. They know how to bring the good out of people. You know what I mean? They know how to bring that, you know, that they know how to make people smile. They like to do that. That's what brings them joy. They have big hearts. You know what I mean? And they're extremely loyal. And we then have it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Do feel like, again, I feel like you may, because they're quite flirty, because they're quite funny, you almost mistake that on first glance at like not being very serious and you're looking for somebody serious. But I feel like this person's, you know, very entrepreneurship. They know what they're doing. But I feel like you don't really look to them like, oh, this is my soulmate straight away, because it's like, I don't know, but it's like their actions show you the type of person that they are. You'll have a lot of respect for them because I feel like they do something that really helps other people, or they have a job, or you just see them with other people and you have a lot of respect. Like you can see that they're good friends and they're good to their family, but it's like, this person's very flirty with me, this person's very like goofy with me, and I just don't really want this to be the initial response to me. But then I think they notice that your love language may be a bit different, and I feel like they'll start showing their love language too by like buying you things and doing these little efforts. They may have Venus in Virgo actually. They'll bring you drinks, they'll bring you, you know, they'll bring you drinks, they'll bring you things. They're gonna fall like for you very hard as well when you start opening up to them, because I feel like you're gonna be oblivious to them at first, and it's like they're in the wings, like having these feelings for you. That's what I'm feeling. We have forgiven and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I reckon and releasing a lot of your disappointments from the past, because I feel like some of you guys, not all of you, I'm not calling anyone out, but some of you may project your fears onto this person at the beginning, like, oh, I had somebody and they weren't very serious in the past and they were very flirty. I know what you people are like. Like, there's that type of energy, or just a worry in general of, oh my god, if I give my heart to this person, they could hurt me. That's what I'm feeling. But I feel like you'll talk to this person about this, because we have heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I feel like you'll talk to each other about this, because I feel like this person almost feels like they're gonna burst, like they hold in their feelings for you to the point that they feel like you're gonna burst, and then I feel like they're gonna sit down and tell you everything that they feel about you. And I don't know why I'm being shown two people in a car, so I don't know whether you go for like drives or something like that, but I see two people kind of expressing their feelings to each other, especially the other person, like your counterpart, expressing how they feel to you when you're alone. And I feel like they're biting their lip. They always want to say it and then they stop themselves because they think that you're going to push them away. You know what I mean? And then we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This person's going to be really attracted to you. I feel like you are the flower and they are the lady. Like, they're just going to be like, wow, this person. Do you know what I mean? And whenever I see that, I always think of like they like your scent. You know what I mean? Like, that always reminds me of somebody that just, you know, sometimes when you like someone, you just like their scent. Like, their scent kind of reminds you of them. I feel like they're gonna like the way that you smell. So you may have like a really significant like perfume that you wear a lot. Like, I don't know, like with the roses, maybe something florally like Gucci Bloom or something like that. There's a beautiful like, they're really gonna admire you, pile number 2. Like, they're really gonna admire you. Like, that's the thing about the eye contact thing. Like, they're gonna watch you a lot and then you're gonna see them looking at you and it's gonna be like awkward eye contact. I see that. They're like looking at you like this and you're like none the wiser. You know what I mean? They're like, damn, And you're like, what? I don't, you know, you're not even gonna realize it. See this lady, she's like looking away, you know, at a project, whatever, and it's like, he's like, whoa, like that's the energy. And we have free yourself at the back of the deck as well. There's a lot of energy with the swords there, and then we have breaking free, and then we have free yourself. I feel like this person was stuck in a narcissistic relationship, or was in a really bad relationship before they met you, or you were as well. I'm going to be pulling these cards now, guys, so just remember, it's impossible for these cards to resonate with everyone, so take them as they resonate, because this is looking into more of their like physical characteristics. So pile number 2, what is their person going to look like, act like? Okay, we have blue eyes, so this person may have blue eyes. We also have 10 plus years older. I didn't expect that one to come out. So this person may be in the 10-year age bracket, within 10 years, you know. I know some of you guys prefer people the same age, but 1, keep an open mind, but 2, if it doesn't resonate, just let it fly away. We also have green eyes. So this person may have green eyes. Pile number 2, we have curly hair. I do feel like this person has beach waves in their hair, whether they're a boy or a girl. Okay, now we have same age. This person may be the same age. So same age to 10 plus years older, in that time bracket. Take it as it resonates. Pile number 2, what is, oh, I saw a ring. I saw a ring. I do feel like this person's going to propose to you. Definitely. And we have workaholic as well. You guys may have a beach wedding. If you've been thinking about having a beach wedding, you may, because I just saw somebody having a wedding on a beach. I just saw that in my mind's eye. Take it as it resonates. But yeah, this person's going to be very focused on their work. Shy. They're going to think you're shy. That's what's coming through with this. They're going to think you're shy. They're going to think you're quite quiet. I feel like some of you guys are shy, but I feel like some of you guys just keep yourself to yourself. It takes you a while to unravel. Either way, on first impression, this person's going to think you're shy. That's what I'm picking up. And we have travel. I do feel like this person's traveled. Definitely. Athletic. I told you they have like somewhat of an athletic body. I could see it in my mind's eye. I could see that. This is the type of person that trains. I don't like it when it's messy. I feel like this is somebody that trains. You know what I mean? This person trains their body. Oh, we have leader of the pack. That's kind of like strong Leo energy, to be honest with you. And actually strong Aries energy too. I do feel that this person has like a team of people around them. You guys may meet them through work, if that was a, you know, like I did say, there was a group of people. We have work there again. This person's very for their work. I don't know, you may work on the same team as them. You may, something to do with that. There's a group, because I'm being shown like a lot of you, when you meet this person, there's a group of people around. So I'm not quite sure. Take that as it resonates, but it could be like friend of a friend, but it could be a work environment too. This person may be like a boss or like a mentor or something like that. I'm not sure. And we also have gifts. This person is going to be very, very generous. I said that this person's very generous with gifts. This person's very generous with their time either. And I feel like this person, like, they're very generous with their time, to the point like they may be busy, but they'll make a lot of time for you. And I feel like they kind of expect that, in a way of like, I'm giving a lot of my energy, I expect them back, because they know their worth too. You know what I mean? So it's like they'll expect that back as well. But I feel like this person's going to be fiercely loyal. This person feels very, very loyal. Very, very loyal. Very for you. And if they're not a fire sign, I would put a lot of money on the fact that they would be a fire sign, or have a lot of fire sign prominent, because I can feel it. I can feel the fire, you know. So that is all I have for you. Pile number 2, I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we are currently looking at what your next relationship is going to be like, and because I kind of usually focus on like how you're gonna meet, etc, etc, I am leaving this reading like all up to spirit. So whatever spirit want to say about the connection, if they want to give me how it will come in, what the dynamic will be like, what your person will be like, whatever they're gonna let me in on, I'm going to give, instead of trying to pinpoint one certain avenue like I normally do. So I'm going to be shuffling while I speak because you guys said you like that, so I'm going to be doing that today. So Spirit, please tap me into the higher selves of pile number 3. Please tap me into the collective of pile number 3. What is their next relationship going to be like? Spirit, what is pile number 3's next relationship going to be like? What clarity can we give pile number 3 on their next relationship? Okay, we've had 3 cards flop out. So we have Temperance, and we also have the Queen of Wands, and we also have the 4 of Coins. I really do feel, you guys, there's going to be an instant connection with you two, to be honest with you. I'm seeing, like, you know, sometimes when you get like an electric shock from somebody, like that's the energy that I'm being shown in regards to this relationship. So you may I feel like there's going to be an instant connection. I feel like you're going to hit it off very well. For some of you, I'm seeing like really long hair, really long wavy hair, really long curly hair. Some of you may have blonde hair, or your person may have blonde hair, because I just got shown that as well. I'm also shown like very like brown, very, very long brown hair, dark brown hair as well. So take as it resonates, because this is a general reading. There's a lot of passion in this connection for sure. We have the Ace of Coins as well. What am I picking up, Spirit? What is happening in this connection? How are they gonna meet? What can you tell me? What is this connection like? This is feeling like a whirlwind in a way. Like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is feeling a bit like a whirlwind. I'm not saying, like, it's not going to last. I'm just saying, like, especially at the beginning, I don't know whether you're going to have a lot going on in your life when you meet this person, to be honest with you. But I feel like you would have been on some self-love journey for some while, or you would have been isolated for some while, or just been on your own for some time, and then this person comes in and it almost knocks you on your head a little bit, because it's like, oh my god, I'm so used to being on my own. I'm so used, you know, I feel like you're very structured at the moment, or just used to being in, you know, I'm not saying isolation, but like you're used to spending time by yourself and not necessarily having somebody there, and then all of a sudden this person comes in what feels very hot and heavy, and it's almost like, oh wow, now I've got to share my time, now I've got to share my, you know, and it's not like a negative thing. I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun, but it's almost like everything gets flipped on its head, not in a negative way, because energy is mutable at the end of the day, but I just feel like you're going to do a lot together. There's going to be a lot of dates, you're going to spend a lot of time together, especially at the beginning. There's a lot of time. I don't know why I'm seeing like a rainbow. So I don't know whether you're moving into a new phase in your life. Some of you guys, you may be actually moving town. I'm hearing actually moving town, moving country, or moving house when you meet this person, or maybe moving jobs when you meet this person. I really do feel like you're somebody that's quite hard to get to know, in the sense that you are very reserved. You keep yourself to yourself. And I feel like because of that, that's kind of protected you in some ways, because I feel like the people that would have wanted to take advantage in the past, they would have given up, because you were just like, I know my worth, I'm not going to like open up to you. But then this person almost comes in to break down your barriers, break down your walls. And I think you're surprised almost at like how much effort they're putting into you. I feel like you haven't had a connection for some time, so it's like, oh my god, this person's putting a lot of time into me, putting a lot of effort into me. Like, oh my god, like this is it. This is like the real deal, because this person sees a lot in you that is worthy. This person sees your light. This person sees your gifts. You know what I mean? With the 4 of Pentacles in the original Rider-Waite deck, it shows somebody holding on and being quite reserved. But with the Ace of Pentacles, well, the Ace of Coins being below, it's like they see your light and they see a lot of potential in you and this connection. And I just really feel like they're really going to get you to open up, because I'm hearing the Beyonce song Halo. You know when she sings, remember those walls I built, well baby, they're tumbling down. That's probably why I felt like it was a whirlwind, because it's like you've reserved yourself for some time, or you've held onto your heart for some time, and now it's like these feelings are almost foreign to you, so it feels like a whirlwind. It's not like, don't worry, it's not like a karmic connection or something like that. And we have the Six of Pentacles here as well. There's a lot, this feels very fun. Like, I just feel fun. I feel like a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you'll have a lot of dates. There's a lot of fun times. It doesn't feel like this, like, you know, sometimes like relationships can be quite serious. Relationships can be quite mundane. It's not like that. There's a lot of fun here. This person's helping bring you out of your shell. I feel like you've been stuck in the same routine for a while, pile number 3, and this person's coming in to shift that and change that for you, and bring a new perspective on life for you as well. This person's really going to be for you as well. Pile number 3, pile number 3. Okay, we have the 8 of coins, and we also have the 9 of cups. And the back of the deck here, guys, oh beautiful. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups as well. I do see in this particular energy, I feel like in the past you've given a lot to people, and there's an energy of making sure that you are balancing yourself out in this connection. To be honest with you, I feel like there's going to be an equal give and take. I feel like this person's going to give a lot of time to you, gonna give a lot of that energy to you, but there is this energy of making sure that you are balancing yourself out going out into this connection, because like I said, this energy comes in very hot and heavy. This energy almost feels like you're in a very much of a routine, and then it's almost like everything's like kind of shifting, but I feel like there may be a point in this connection where you're like, okay, I'm spending a lot of time with this person, I need to kind of like ground myself, I need to kind of come back to myself a little bit. I do see that, but it's just because it's quite an intense connection. I feel like you guys are getting very submerged in each other a little bit, you know what I mean? But it doesn't jeopardize the connection at all, because after that we have the 8 of coins, and then we have the 9 of cups. So I really do feel like this relationship is going to go strength to strength. I don't know why I'm being taken a pizza. I don't know whether you guys like pizza, or you eat a lot of pizza, or they do, but I'm just seeing 2 people like eating pizza. So I don't know whether you're gonna have a lot of like nights in where you like order pizza and things like that. I don't know why I'm just being taken to that as well. But it's almost like you 2 slot right in. I'm being shown 2 jigsaw puzzles, like jigsaw pieces kind of like slotting right into each other, to be honest with you. And there is a beautiful love to be had here as well. Like with the Ace of Cups talks about somebody new coming in, a new romance, a new relationship, and I really do feel like this is definitely somebody new. This isn't anybody from your past. I want more information, to be honest with you. Like, Spirit's being quite stingy with this information. I know sometimes with like soulmates, like where it's supposed to be like a gift from out of the blue and whatnot, but I want to give you guys as much information as I can. I mean, that's why you clicked on the video, you know what I mean? There is a very strong energy of making sure that you're balancing yourself and not getting too lost in the situation. That is. Because I do feel like for at least the first like 3 to 4 months, like there's just a lot of, it's like you 2 against the world in a way. It's like there's a lot of time being spent together. It's almost like people are gonna be like, where is this person? You know what I mean? Where is this person? Like, they were with me every day, you know, I just like, I'm never seeing them, but it's because you're with this person a lot. Because you like, it's not like unhealthy though. I don't want you to think like, oh my god, that sounds really unhealthy. It's not unhealthy, but Spirit are saying to make sure you're balancing yourself. But I don't know why I'm being taken a cars. I don't know whether this person like races cars or something like that. I'm just being taken there. Pile number 3. This is literally like, I feel like the minute you meet each other though, it like, normally I see something and it's like, oh, you're friends first. No, you see each other and it's like, zzz, like they keep showing me lightning, like zzz. It's like, damn, that's my person. It's just that you're going to be less likely, like I don't feel like you're going to be the one to express your feelings first. It's going to be your person. You're going to be quite reserved with your energy, to be honest with you, just because you've been hurt in the past. That theme has kind of come up. But pile number 3, what's this connection going to be like? Okay, we have Mercury. Pile number 3, what is this connection going to be like? I feel like this person's going to have money. Like, I feel like this person's going to have money. There's a lot of transformation that's going to happen in this in this relationship as well. I do feel like, you know how I feel about twin flames. You know how I don't like to say it unless it's really coming through. It wouldn't shock me if you guys were twin flames with the intensity here. I do feel like there's a lot of transformation going to come in, because I do feel like this person is going to I feel like there will be fears that crop up for you in this connection. Like, I feel like they, if you guys have like abandonment issues, or if you guys have like, you know, insecurities or something like that, it's almost like they're being mirrored in this connection for you to heal. You know what I mean? It's like they're going to come up for you to really transmute and heal. The reason that our souls are here isn't for, you know, to work, have a relationship, and then work until we die. We're here for our own soul's growth. And I feel like this connection is very detrimental to your soul's growth. And I feel like you're going to mirror parts in each other that will need, like, that you're going to heal. You know what I mean? It's going to mirror wounds that you didn't realize you have. And I do feel with the Mercury card, you guys are quite introspective anyway. I feel like you're going to take that, you're not going to look at it like, I don't want to heal that, I'm just going to brush it under the rug. I feel like you are going to go within and heal these feelings, because there's nothing negative coming up in these cards to indicate that this is going to be like a negative connection or anything like that. This does feel like a soulmate connection, but I do feel that all relationships come with some challenges, and I feel like the challenge for you in this connection, it's quite an intense connection, and I do feel like they're going to bring up a lot of wounds for you guys to release. You know what I mean? I know sometimes people don't want to hear that, but I have to honor what's in the cards. It's not like anything negative. I don't see like a breakdown of the relationship as a result. It's not shown up in the cards, but I do feel like there's some sort of twin flame resonance. There is healing that's going to be going on, but there's a lot of emotions involved here as well. But I feel like you and your person are more like, you know, when we think of emotions, obviously we think of like Cancer, we think of Pisces, we think of Scorpio. You guys are very analytical. You guys may be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, have a lot of that in your chart. You need, and they need, a mental connection. Somebody that you can talk to, somebody that can stimulate your mind. You both do that. But I'm also feeling that you're both very fixed energies too. So you may be Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Leo. So I feel like there is a worry, like, I'm not going to say it's like a worry, but with the Six of Coins here and the Eight of Swords, I feel like in the past, because you need a mental connection and you are quite fixed, I feel like in the past it was really hard for you to let go of people, because once you had a mental connection with somebody, it was like you were mentally attached, and then it was like you were fixed in that energy. So I just feel like, because of those mental attachments from the past, I feel like that's where your wounds come in, a fear of abandonment or fear of change. And there's going to be a lot of shifting in this connection. It's not a case of like you're going to break up, but there's a lot of shifting in regards you're going to grow and raise your consciousness. So that fear of change in a way is going to come up, because with Pluto there's a lot of shifting. That's the message that I'm getting with Mercury and Pluto. Because I feel like you guys, once you're mentally attached to anything, you know, I feel like you're the type of people where if you like a food, you'll eat the same thing like every day because you're like used to eating it. Or like if you you find it hard to like shift your energy. There's not a lot of mutable energy here, you know what I mean? You find it hard to shift your energy. There's a lot of mental connections, and there's a need to be grounding yourself in this connection. Because there's two people here that are very mentally connected. This does feel very twin flame-y, to be honest with you. That's how it's making me feel. But I feel like you're both going in the same direction, and that is your soul's growth. And we also have love. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel like anything that could jeopardize the connection, anything that could stop the connection is going to come up early on for you to work through. Your souls are like adamant on being together. There's this very deep soul connection here, which is why you know, it's that lightning bolt where you're connected to each other so strongly. I feel like you both have erratic minds, because it's actually been quite hard for me to tap in to the energy, as if your mind's like always shifting, your mind's always thinking of the next, your mind's always curious, Your mind's always worrying. That's why I was a bit like, oh, like I had to obviously honor the cards and say make sure you're grounding, but then I was like, I don't want them to overthink that like this is going to be a negative situation. So I was like, how do I explain this in the right way so that they don't overthink? So the fact that I thought that, I feel like you guys overthink a lot. You may have like a Virgo moon, Gemini moon, something like that. We also have go with the flow, which is again tying in with like changing with the tides, going with the flow, you know what I mean? I feel like the thing is, if you have a connection and you stay in the same energy as you were when you first met, that connection is never going to grow, that connection is never going to shift, and you and that person are never going to grow as people. So it's like you're learning in this connection to expand your consciousness and shift and roll with the tides, you know what I mean? Instead of fixating and staying in the same phase, you're learning to do that, you know what I mean? But I feel like you sometimes I'd be like, oh wait, this may sound a bit like a karmic connection, but you have the Ace of Cups at the back of the deck and you have love there. So Spirit are indicating like, don't worry, this is a soulmate-y connection. And I feel like your souls are very adamant on being with each other as well, you know what I mean? Which is what keeps you together. But there's a lot of growing involved, a lot of growing. You may even travel with this person as well. We also have contemplation at the back of the mermaid deck. So I feel like you're both learning through each other to go with the flow. You're both learning through each other to ground. You're both learning through each other to live in the moment. You're both growing and learning with each other to trust each other and trust yourselves. Because you've been hurt in the past, there's almost this energy of worry, like, oh my god, it's going to end up, you know, if this person doesn't reply to me, I'm going to get, you know, I'm worried that they're with somebody else. I'm worried, like, I feel like you naturally fall into those thought patterns, and this relationship is going to cause you and this person to go through a lot of shifts to where you don't have those thought patterns anymore, because I feel like, you know, that energy in itself can jeopardize a connection, and I feel like you're going to go through these shifts to not worry anymore. Because when I see, because I asked spirit, can you see me like, not the end, but like, can you show me like into the future once they've settled like all these transformations? And I'm seeing two people sitting in a field. This isn't like a scenario that might happen. I mean, it may happen, but this is how they're showing me your mindset. Two people sitting in a field, grounding into the earth, very, very mindful and very, very connected to themselves, trusting themselves and each other. So I feel like this is a very, very deep, like resonating connection. This is a very, very intense connection that is going to bring you closer to yourself and your soul's purpose, your person included. You're going to grow together, and you're going to it's like right now I feel like you worry, even like, I feel like even some things that I've said in this reading, you may be worrying like, oh my god, like, is this a karmic connection? Is something going to go wrong? But there's a lot of worry in here and I feel like I have to keep reassuring you, like, this is a really good connection, but you have to trust yourself, and that's why you're going through these shifts, because the end result of it is that you're going to be very mindful, very, very mindful and very grounded, and you're not going to have these worries anymore. There's this zest and trust for life that you're learning through each other, and that's what Spirit I wanted to confirm a lot through this reading, more than going into other avenues of it. We also have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Again, this connection is going to free your mindset. I feel like sometimes you worry what other people think. Sometimes I feel like you worry about you know, what other people are doing. Sometimes your ego holds you back, and this relationship is going to have you transform through the limitations of your ego. And we also have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. I really do feel like there's so much love here. It's what's helping you grow is this love for each other, you know what I mean? We have passion here as well, a lot of passion, and let your friends help you. I really do feel that the intensity for some could scare people away, but I feel like you guys, that intensity for some would scare people away, but I feel like you have such a love and resonance with each other. I do feel like this is a very deep, deep, deep soulmate connection, or twin flames, if that's what you like to call it. I do. And what keeps you together is that true love, but there's always this underlying passion for each other. Like, I just feel like I want to hold on to somebody and not let them go, you know what I mean? And let your friends help you. You may have worries throughout this connection, like I said, because of your mindset. It's not anything that's happening. I feel like you both reassure each other, but like I just feel like there are worries, and I feel like you talk to your friends about it, but your friends are going to see that this is a really good connection for you. I do feel like you're going to be growing and glowing through this connection, you know what I mean? It's like you're becoming the best version of yourself through each other by mirroring your best traits to each other, but also your wounds to each other to transform. And we also have past life relationship. You have known each other before, you have had lifetimes with this person, and we have religious factors at the back of the deck. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I do feel like you may go through some sort of spiritual awakening through this connection, to be honest with you. I don't know why I just saw the full moon. I feel like some of you guys may meet this person on a significant new moon or full moon. But that resonance, that intensity is because you have had lives together before. And I do feel like you have a psychic connection as well. This is definitely exactly how they explain twin flames to be. So take it as it resonates. But this is the amount of growth in this connection. I feel like you guys are quite old souls to be going through this growth with each other, to be honest with you. I'm now going to pull on these cards to see what characteristics that they have, you guys. I'm asking when this, I did ask when this person's going to come in, but they won't say. Like, I'm not going to keep pushing, because especially with a connection like this is very fated. When I say fated, I mean it's divine timing. It's going to come in when it comes in. And I feel like that may frustrate some of you, but if Spirit aren't going to give me something, I'm not just going to tell you random words. Spirit aren't letting me know anything else. They're very much like, this is the connection, this is how it's going to go, but they're not telling me. For some of you guys, you've already met them and you know who I'm talking about. That's what I'm hearing. Some of you guys, you've already met them and you know what I'm talking about, but they won't give me an actual time or place or where. This is something that's going to fall onto your lap, Spirit is saying. I just heard when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I just heard that. I feel like this person as well, I feel like they're going to be like, they're going to say little quotes like that and just be kind of funny with you. I do see that. There's a lot of laughter here. I see two people in a car singing along to some songs, like singing to each other. Like I'm just seeing two people singing in a car. I don't know why I'm being shown that. Pile number 3. What is that person going to look like? Can you show me some physical traits? Okay, we have deep. Yeah, this connection is very deep. Very deep. You know what I mean? I feel like I almost have to catch my breath. Just tapping into the energy, to be honest with you. It's very deep. And I feel like fears that you didn't even realize you thought you had in regards to love are going to come up because it's so deep. You know what I mean? This is a proper soul-bearing connection. We also have leader of the pack. So this person may be somebody that they may wear the trousers in this connection and take charge. But also I just feel like they naturally kind of command a room anyway. They're quite, I wouldn't say domineering in a negative sense. They just, it wouldn't shock me that they're quite divine masculine and quite they like to be in control of a situation, because again, from both of you, I'm picking up this fixed energy. This is where you may butt heads. I feel like you like to be in control of a situation. You like to, you know, you're quite fixed. So are they. So there's butting heads. You know what I mean? Smile. This person's going to have a really nice smile. This person's going to make you smile a lot. Like, I feel like you're going to find yourself smiling for, like, no reason at all. This person will just, like, send you texts. Like nice morning texts and things like that. That's just going to make you smile. I do see that. Same age. So you're going to be in the same age group. I see somebody waking up and just seeing a text from somebody and smiling. Like, there's just like, they'll send you mini texts throughout your day that they're thinking of you. That's the type of person that this person is. Workaholic. This person takes their work very seriously. I feel like they may be a manager at work or just be in charge in work in some type of way, leading a group or something like that. They take their work very serious. Pile number 3. Yeah, divine masculine. I felt that this person was very divine masculine. And remember, when I say divine masculine, it doesn't mean that this person's going to be male. If you're watching this and you're thinking about a female or want a female, it just means that they have strong divine masculine traits within them. You know what I mean? I want a sign for, I'm hearing Scorpio. I wanted to ask Spirit for any astrology signs for them, and I heard Scorpio very strong. Very strong. I'm also being told Aries. This could be your signs I'm picking up on as well. I'm hearing Aries, and I'm hearing Taurus, and I'm hearing Virgo. Take them as they resonate though, guys. We also have Lorna. I feel like either you or them like to be on your on your own a lot. Again, like I feel like you guys have a very eccentric mind, so do they. So you need a lot of alone time to recharge. I feel like they're the same like that. That's probably why you feel so, oh my god, everything's a whirlwind when you meet them, because it's like you're used to being on your own, and then all of a sudden this person comes in and it's like, whoa. And we have past life connection, and we have that here as well, past life relationships. So it's basically confirming you have had lifetimes together. I feel like you couldn't be together, or you were separated in some sort in a past life. That's how they're making me feel. Very Romeo and Juliet type. Like, it just feels like you would have been separated, or you couldn't be with somebody, or somebody had to marry into their religion or somebody else. Like, there's something like that in regards to a past life where you couldn't be with them. And that's maybe where the... Okay, so I'm picking it up from a past life that you wouldn't have been able to be with them. They would have been taken from you in some sort of way. For some of you guys, it could have been that they had to marry someone else, or that there was something, you two wanted to be together but you couldn't, so either one of you passed away, etc, etc. Something like that happened in a past life. Now the thing about past lives is, if we don't necessarily heal from something from a past life, it can come up in this life. So your souls wanted to be together in this life. That need and that pressing urge to be together went from that life into this one, but you still have the abandonment wounds. You still have this person can be gone in any moment. They're coming from a past life. And that's why these triggers are coming up for you, to transform them in this relationship, so that you can finally release them. This is definitely a soul connection for sure, if that's why you're coming in to settle that karma. Because once that karma is over and that's been released, I feel like you can go back to being in that hearty, you know, grounded energy that you're naturally here to be in. But I feel like some of you guys, the reason that you fear change is because there was so much change in one of your past lives. It come into this life like, I just want stability, I need to hold on, otherwise it's gonna leave. You're bringing that from a past life. Or it could be maybe like, if that doesn't resonate in regards to the past life, it could be that in your childhood, maybe you had a parent that was taken from you, or you had a parent that left very early on, so now you try to hold on. But the thing is when we have that, it gives off this energy to the universe of lack, and it can end up kind of going against us. So that's why it's being released and transformed in this connection. That's where all this intensity comes from at the beginning. We then have glasses. So this person may wear glasses. I feel like you both wear glasses. I don't know, that's just for some of you. Curly hair. This person may have curly hair. Remember to take these as they resonate, these ones though, guys, because this is general and these are very to the point. We also have short hair. So this person may have short hair. I'm seeing jet black hair now. I've seen all the colours of the rainbow in hair in this reading, but I'm seeing jet black hair now. We have confident. This person is very confident. And we have money signs. So I do feel like, in regards to the confidence, I feel like this person's going to come towards you in regards to this relationship. I feel like this person's going to be putting in more of the groundwork, in the sense that they're going to really, like, the minute they meet you, it's like, oh, they want to take you on a date, they want to do this, they want to do that. You know what I mean? They're going to be the more confident one. I feel like you are the more reserved or the more shy in this connection. And with the money sign as well, I feel like this person... like I said, they take their work really seriously, so I feel like they're going to be very financially stable. You know what I mean? When you meet them, they're going to be very financially stable. And the back of the deck, we have slow and steady, and I think this is a message from Spirit to make sure that you are taking things slow and steady, because at the beginning, I'm going to be honest with you, there is this intensity, there is this whirlwind while you go through this Pluto energy where you kind of transform, and these wounds are going to come up for you to release. Every relationship has this, where after a certain point things come in for them to work through, but for you it's going to be quite intense, because this is a past life situation and this is a very divine counterpart. But once this, you know, releasing is over, I feel like everything's going to fall into place very grounded, and you're going to have transformed, and you're not going to be worrying as much, because I do feel like you guys are worriers, you know what I mean? But the reason that you end up staying together, the reason that you're able to kind of push through this, is not just because you're old souls, but because what underlies underneath all this energy is love, you know what I mean? Your heart, that heart connection, that energy that brought you together in your past life anyway, you know what I mean? So this is like a really prominent relationship, to be honest with you, like a very significant relationship for you guys, okay? So that is all I have for you guys today. I do hope that you enjoyed that. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pal number 4, welcome to your reading. So we are currently taking a look at your next relationship. So rather than like I've done in pretty much all the other like next relationship soulmate videos where I focus on how you're gonna meet, etc, etc, I'm just gonna let spirit lead the way and tell you what spirit want you to know about this connection. Basically, I'm not gonna like hone in on one specific area. I'm just gonna let whatever comes through flow, okay? So spirit, please tap me into the higher selves of pile number 4. Spirit, please can you tap me into the collective of pile number 4 and give me any information on their next relationship. I'm being taken to the sacral chakra. By the way, the sun card just fell out. I'm being taken to the sacral chakra, guys. I feel like there's going to be a strong sexual attraction between you and your person. I didn't realize there were 2 people kind of naked underneath the sun here. I really do feel like you're going to be very attracted to each other's physical bodies. This is going to be a this is going to bring you a lot of joy. I feel like you've been through a hard time of it, pal number 4. A lot of your relationship haven't been very joyous. You've had the light sucked out of you, literally. You've had, you know, they were always, you had to take care of somebody, or, you know, there was just a lot of arguments and etc, etc. You had messy breakups, but this is like a breath of fresh air. This just feels like there's a lot of happiness here. And this is a very physically intimate connection. I feel like you're going to be very touchy-feely. Even if you're not touchy-feely now, I feel like you're going to be with this person. I see 2 people playing with each other's hair. I feel like you're going to be very, like, touchy-feely, very into each other's bodies, to be honest with you. I'm hearing that song. Who sings that? I can't remember what it's called. I'm just hearing the beat, so I can't even give you a lyric. It's like a kind of like sexy song, but you're going to be very drawn to each other like that, to be honest with you. There's a lot of lust here, but it's not like this is just based on lust. There just is. That's just the cherry on top for this connection, to be honest with you. You bring each other a lot of light. This is you're very down to earth, and your person is very down to earth. We have the 4 of Cups here. This person, I feel like this person's going to come in at a time where you're feeling very mundane. You're feeling very bored. You've kind of given up hope on love. You're feeling a bit down, and this person's just going to come in like a ray of sunshine and lift you up. And I feel like you do that for them too. And I feel like throughout the connection, you know, somebody in the connection may be having a down day, but then I just feel like you'll naturally just being yourself will like revive this person, and same for them, you know what I mean? I just feel like there's a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a lot of happiness. It's like 2 peas in a pod. I feel like you 2 will be like best friends. We have the Devil card. I feel like you guys are going to be like best friends. There's just a lot of funny, flirty energy here. The 3 of Swords. Yeah, this person may come in after a breakup. This person may come in after you're healing a broken heart from a breakup, or they will be healing a broken heart from a breakup. You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of picking up here. I really do feel like you both would have come from a broken heart. No matter how long it's been, I feel like you would have been really releasing a lot of wounds, them too, and that's when this connection comes in. But I feel like one of you is going to be fresh out of a breakup, either them or you. I don't mean fresh like the next day, but within like a 6-month period. So somebody in this connection is going to be feeling down before you meet. Did I drop a card? Yes, I did. Pile number, I feel like you'll meet in the summer as well. I don't know whether you live somewhere where there's a lot of sun or whether you will meet in the summer. Like, I'm seeing somebody meeting in the summer. I'm also being taken to July and August as well. It could be a birthday. You could meet in those times. You know, take it as it resonates. Some of your birthdays may be in July or August. You may be a Leo. We have the Queen of Coins. Yeah, some of you guys may be Leos, or they may be Leos, or some of you guys may be Cancers, or they're Cancers, but it's more coming through as Leo energy here. Pile. Oh, I just had a really strong ringing in my ear. Some of you guys, when you meet this person, some psychic gifts may come through. And I feel like you guys may already be getting clairaudiency coming through in regards to, okay, this is a very specific message. One or two of you are getting clairaudiency coming through already, where you're getting ringing in your ears. That is clairaudience, and I feel like there's a song that keeps playing on your mind, or will start playing on your mind before you meet this person. You and your person's higher self like to send each other songs to keep each other going, and there will be a song that will be played a lot, or you'll have it in your head a lot, and it seems like a very romantic song. It seems like a love song. I'm actually being taken to Childish Gambino, Summertime Magic. It's a song like that. That is going to be played very strongly, or that's going to be a significant, not that song in general, it could be like a song like that, but it's like a very summery, lovey type of song like that. I'm also hearing Kendrick Lamar, Poetic Justice. I'm hearing that too. But I really do feel like there's a song that you'll be hearing a lot clairaudiently. And when you meet this person, this song will either be playing, or you may be in a car going on a first date or something like that, and this song will play. Or you may even find out that this is this person's favourite song. That came through as a message for one or two of you, so take that as it resonates. But I feel like you both love music, and I feel like you vibe with music. I feel like your higher self sends each other music. I feel like even spirit in general just sends you music to keep going, or help you out of situations. I'm hearing that. And then with the Queen of Coins, I feel like you're very much going to be focused on yourself when this person comes in. This person's going to really fall in love with how nurturing you are. Whether you're a male or female, you're going to be very nurturing, very giving. I feel like you're like that in general, very caring, very sweet, and they're going to fall in love with that, because I feel like they had an absence of that in their childhood, whether their mother wasn't very giving or nurturing, or their past relationships weren't very loving. They were very take. I feel like this person's going to fall in love with how giving you are, and I see that they're going to love your eyes as well. I'm being shown somebody's eyes being very prominent, so they're really going to love your eyes. And there's a lot of like staring into each other's eyes here. Pile number 4, what's this connection going to be like, Spirit? What can you tell me about this person's energy and this connection, about the dynamic of this connection? We have the Ace of Wands. This person's been manifesting you in. I feel like you two are going to manifest a lot together as well. This person's very aware of the law of attraction. Actually, this person uses the law of attraction. I don't feel like they're like spiritual. I don't feel like they're like, you know, they're not into like, you know, Kundalini yoga or like astrology and things like that, but they do know about the law of attraction, or they believe that if they think something, they can kind of manifest it, and I feel like they've been manifesting you in. I feel like you're both going to be in new phases of your life as well. This person's going to feel like you're their dream come true. This person's going to adore you, to be honest with you. This person's going to adore you. I feel like this person's going to post you a lot on their social media. It's almost like you're like, I don't mean it in a really material, like 3D, like, you know, ego way of like you're a prize to be won, but I just mean like they see you like everything that they would have wanted. They're very proud of you. There's a lot of pride here, and I feel like this person's going to post you a lot on their social media. We also have the Knight of Cups. This person's going to offer their love to you quite soon on, or they're going to let it be known how they feel about you. You're never going to have to worry about if this person likes you or not. This person's going to tell you how they feel. express their emotions to you and offer you a love offer within I'm not going to give a time frame because I'm hearing it's different for everybody, because this person or you may be dealing with a breakup or releasing a breakup, but they're going to be around you helping fix your heart. While that happens, you both fall in love, or you're just going to be feeling quite low or depressed or just releasing old wounds from the past, and this person comes in to bring you some warmth while you're going through that, or vice versa. But when the time is right, this person is going to ask you to be their boyfriend or girlfriend. And I'm also seeing two people standing by a mountain or a cliff overlooking the sea or overlooking nature. So I feel like there's something about, like, I don't know whether you guys live near somewhere where there's like a lot of beautiful views, or they're just they're showing me, you know, that like TikTok, and it's from those two people from 72 Days of Marriage or whatever, you know, Ed and Rose from that TV program. And Rose didn't really like Ed, so don't worry, your connection's not going to be like Rose and Ed's, don't worry. But Ed says to Rose, Rose says something about the view, and then Ed's like, you're my best view, or something like that. And I just, like, Spirit just showed me that, like, that image. I just feel like you're going to see a lot of views, but I feel like this person may say, like, really, like, kind of like corny, like romantic things, like you're my best view or something like that. Like, I'm just seeing something like that, but it's all good fun. Like, it's all in, like, there's jokes. I feel like you two tease each other a lot. We also have the 9 of Wands in the back of the deck. We have the 10 of Cups. Yeah, I really do feel like I'm hearing this is a match made in heaven. I feel like you're going to definitely be with this person for a long time. You're going to definitely, I feel like you're going to have children with this person. This person feels like your best friend. For some of you guys, this may be somebody you knew from the past, but it was just a friendship, and then you come back onto each other's lives. That's just for some of you. That's not for all of you. But this person is definitely, this person's very romantic. I feel like this person has a very sensitive side. This person may have like a Pisces moon, a Cancer moon, something like that is what I'm picking up. But this person's just really going to very much be connected to their emotions, but not be afraid to say them to you. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like, you know, like, I feel like you've had emotionally unavailable people in the past, or you've had situations in the past that just, they didn't really express their feelings the way that you would have liked them to. But this person's very, very open with that. You'll always know how they feel about you, because they're always going to express that to you. What else am I getting from these cards before I move to the Oracle? Yeah, I really do feel like either now, or you may start releasing like a lot of karmic wounds from the past. So if you step into a time, or if you're already in a time where you're feeling quite low, feeling quite depressed, feeling like everything's upside down, it's because you're shifting and you're releasing old karmic wounds. And because you're releasing these old karmic wounds is why this person comes in. You know what I mean? It's like you are making room for this person to come in. That is what I am seeing. I do feel like this person is going to want to give like a love offer to you, but it's almost like they're going to be a bit, it's almost like they feel like they have to hold back because you would have been healing from something, or because you would have been getting over something. So it's like they're kind of waiting until it's the right time. Let me sort this camera out, guys, because it's, there we go. They feel like they're waiting for the right time because they don't want to ask you when you're not ready. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of nervousness from them of like, oh my god, what if this person rejects me? What if this person you know, doesn't want to be with me? What if I've made all this up in my head? There's going to be a little worry from your person, but it's all good. Like, I don't see anything bad happening. I see this being like a really beautiful connection, because there seems to be some sort of friendship created first. So pile number 4, what is this connection going to be like? We have truth. I feel like this person's going to hold on to their feelings for some time before they step forward into this connection with you, because I just feel like they're going to be worried that you don't feel the same, or worried that you'll reject them, maybe because you've been going through this release, I feel like there's an element of friendship and keeping it friendly until they can tell you the truth about how they're feeling. But it's almost like a natural thing of like you both falling for each other at the same time. The only, do you know, like when I'm saying, like I can see you both like very conjoined together, but not in like an intense and healthy way. It's like your best friends. This image just keeps shining out of these two people here. Like, let me get it to focus. This keeps shining out to me, guys. Like these two people, I feel like you're gonna have a lot of fun with this person. I see you dancing with this person and like just having fun with them, like going on really cute little dates and things. Like, oh my god, friendship just flopped out. Yeah, you're gonna, what's at the basis of this connection is a beautiful friendship, and that is why it's able to go to the heights that it does, because there's a beautiful friendship there. You've established the grounding. You know, when we look at marriages and why they last, it's because there's an underlying friendship. When people break up very quickly out of a relationship, it was because it was either based on lust, or it was based on trauma, something like that. And it's funny because I see a lot of lust in this connection, because the sacral chakra shone very brightly when I started shuffling, but it's like that's just the cherry on top, that you are physically drawn together, because what's underneath is this beautiful friendship, this beautiful love. And we have healing at the back of the deck. I feel like that's when you meet when you're healing. This person's going to come at a time where you're feeling quite engulfed by some sort of healing work. Maybe you start doing shadow work or something like that. Maybe that happens. Pile number 4, what's this relationship going to be like? Pile number 4, what's this relationship? We have Jupiter. Yeah, this is a very like spontaneous connection as well. A very spontaneous connection. A very it's just a happy connection. When we look at Jupiter, it's like such an expansive energy, and I just feel that this just feels good. This feels good for the soul. This feels enriching for the soul. There's a lot of love from this person to you. We have Luna. Yeah, a lot of emotions. This person may be a Cancer moon or Cancer Venus. There's a lot of emotions. A lot of emotions here. This person really, really has a lot of love for you. Like I said, they're going to post you on their socials a lot, and just they're going to really admire you and who you are in every form. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So with that, I mean, like, you could write them off as a friend at first. It's like, oh, this person's a friend, this person's helping me. You may not see that they like you straight away, or they may just be different to what you're used to. You may like somebody with blonde hair, they end up having dark hair. You may like somebody that doesn't have tattoos. All of a sudden, you know, this person comes in and they're covered in tattoos. So Spirit's saying to keep an open mind with this person. We also have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your life. The heartache was worth it, Spirit is saying. The heartache was worth it. From the past, or the healing that you went through, it didn't go in vain. It was for this situation, forgiving and learning. You would have been going through healing where you're forgiving the past, forgiving people that hurt you, forgiving parents that may have abandoned you, and because you learned to live in that hearty energy and you released enough to live in that hearty energy, that's what brings this person in. It's like that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I also have let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally. Part of why they may come in as a friend and you're not necessarily aware straight away is because I do feel like you like to control the situation, in the sense that you like to know how certain things are going to go. You like to know, how can I explain this? You like to know if something's going to end up bad. You like to, you know, you want to get your tarot card out. The minute you meet somebody, it's like there's a lot of intensity as to how things are going to pan out. So Spirit are having this come in as something that you may not necessarily know about straight away, so that you can build that friendship, so there isn't this like worry of how it's going to go. You know what I mean? It's limitless. Is what I'm being told. And you deserve love. You are lovable. You're working on self-love, or you would have been in a time where you were working on self-love when this person comes in, and we have new love here. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So yeah, this is a really beautiful connection, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna pull these cards, you guys. But these cards are basically, they've got things on there like blue hair, not blue hair, they may have blue hair, like brown hair, blah, blah, blah. So it's like they're very to the point. So with these cards, just take what resonates. It's impossible for every card to resonate with all of you. But just take what resonates with these. We're going to try and look a little bit deeper. So pile number 4, what is that person going to look like? What is that person going to look like? I'm hearing they have really nice teeth. I don't know whether their father was a dentist or their mother was a dentist, because that came through. Somebody's mother or father was a dentist and they have really nice teeth. I don't know why that came through. We then have short hair. So this person may have short hair. Leader of the pack. I think that's come out for every single one. Leader of the pack. I do feel like they're very, how can I explain this? They're very confident they'll lead the room. If there's a group, if they're in a group setting, they'll lead the conversation. Very chatty. They'll lead the conversation. We have travel. I do feel like this person would have traveled in their past, or you may travel with this person. You may even meet them traveling as well. Pile number 4. What is this person 1 year apart? So this could either relate to you and your person are 1 year apart, or you may meet them within 1 year. Take it as it resonates. What else do we have? We have green eyes. We also have spiritual. Okay, so either you or your person is spiritual, and I feel like you both have an interest in spirituality, and I feel like that gives you a lot to talk about and expand your mind with. Or this person's really into the fact that actually, if you're doing shadow work and you're doing a lot of healing, you probably are very connected to spirit in some sort of way. And I did get clairaudient messages very strongly during this reading, so you may be clairaudient. Pile number 4. I feel like this person may be quite, what they may admire about you is your healing nature and you being connected to spirituality, and I feel like they have an interest in it, but with you it's like they can go deeper because you're able to teach them. Pile number 4, family orientated. This person is very family orientated. I'm actually hearing for some of you guys, this person has a sibling, like a younger sister, like that's quite younger than them, that they kind of like adore and look after, or are very close with in some sort of way. They're very close to a younger female in the family, like a younger sibling. We also, talkative. Like I said, this person's going to lead the room. This person's going to be quite chatty and curious. This person's going to be very curious about you. Very curious about you. This person's going to ask you a lot of questions about how you got into what you got into. Like, this person's going to ask a lot of questions and be really interested in you. This person comes across as quite hard, I feel, but they're very sensitive. They apply their emotions very strong to people. They don't mess about with the people that they love. We have slim. I feel like this person takes care of their body. This person's definitely sensitive though, because I feel like they definitely have Cancer somewhere, more so in their moon and Venus, but I do feel they may be a Cancer rising. Actually no, I take that back. I'm not picking up Cancer rising. I'm picking up like Sagittarius rising maybe, Libra rising maybe, Gemini rising maybe. Yeah, oh, that just jumped out. We have health. This person takes care of their health. And then I don't know why I just kept shuffling, because that was all the cards I was going to show, but I kept shuffling, so I guess that wanted to come out. We have straight hair, so either you or this person have straight hair. And then at the back of the deck we have past life connection, so you've definitely had a connection with this person before, definitely, because this is the definition of a soulmate connection, really. These readings have been really positive, to be honest with you, really positive. So that is all I have for you guys, pile number 4. I really hope that you enjoyed that. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.